Sagittarius. My name is Nigel and you have found Alchemy. Welcome to your June 2024 reading. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you a question. This deck of cards was gifted to me. It's called Palm Mystery Dog Edition. And it's sort of like a cute little way to give your pets readings. If you're interested in that, please let me know. I'll make a video. If you think it's really stupid, let me know that too. I will not get insulted. I'm just looking for opinions right now. This was, by the way, gifted to me by a Sagittarius. So, with all that said, let's get started. You're overshadowing your whole month here. You do have the Emperor, and the Emperor in this deck is, uh, interestingly enough, a fisherman, someone who's catching something, someone who's fishing for something. You may be fishing for something monetarily here, Sagittarius, or you may be fishing for a relationship. It definitely looks like you're looking for something, and you're taking an active role in whatever that is. You do have the alchemical wedding, and the alchemical wedding could be a relationship, two people coming together, not for a wedding in particular, but just coming, two separate things coming together to make a whole. It also could be, if you're not looking for a relationship right now, it could be that thing you're fishing for, the money, the job, the position at work. It could be anything. Two things coming together. You do have the card of comfort here representing your money, which is nice. It says your finances are in a state of balance. Anytime I see a state of balance in a reading, I always think of the card of Sagittarius, temperance. So yeah, everything is just sort of balanced, copacetic here. You do have, interestingly enough, the player card, and it says charming, manipulative, karmic, being tested. You may have a player in your midst this month in one way or the other, whether it is romantic or otherwise. With a relationship here, um, and it's striking me as a new relationship, it does say go slow, take time to get to know one another. So could the go slow be a warning for this player? Absolutely. It also could be someone else. I mean, you could be dealing with more than one person this month, for sure. So let's look at the beginning of your month. The beginning of your month, you do have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a nice turn of events. It looks like when the Wheel of Fortune turns, you change direction in some way. And you do have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. So with the Knight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, especially with this Four of Coins, you have the Four of Coins in reverse as well. It looks like you may change your mind about a direction you're taking. There may be, it could be anything. You could have been going after a person, a job. I'm really getting career energy here, money energy here. There's something to do with your money where you were really taking off in a certain direction. Something occurs at the beginning of the month for you to change direction. With the Four of Coins in reverse, if it is a job, maybe you're rethinking it because of the money. The money may not be enough. You may experience a little bit of a loss here too. With the comfort card here, I'm not really worried about it, but you may experience a little bit of loss. Maybe a bill comes in that you're not expecting. It doesn't look earth-shattering here, Sagittarius, if that is your situation. Mid-month, you have interesting cards here. You have the Two of Cups, which is obviously a relationship. And you have, boom, boom, the card of Temperance, which is Sagittarius in its purest, happiest form. Beautiful. And that is the center of your whole reading. Balance, balance, balance seems to be the theme for you this month here, Sagittarius. And coming right after the Two of Cups, there are two things that come together to form some sort of a balance. You have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is a beautiful card to have in reverse. The Nine of Swords typically here is not a nice card. It's a card of anxiety, sleepless nights, being worried. It is in reverse, and it looks like it is a result of something that happens mid-month between you and another person, which is really nice to see. Towards the end of the month, you do have the Magician. So you are sort of changing water into wine here, Sagittarius. You find there's an ability you have of changing one thing into another. The Temperance card always does remind me of the Alchemist, so I look at Sagittarians like they are alchemists, and you do have the Magician here to further that along. Perhaps you have some sort of loss or some sort of change of direction. You step into your power as the alchemist and you end up as the magician, which is beautiful energy. You change something. There's something you change. You may change direction on something. You may change your mind about something. You do have the Page of Coins, and this further tells me that there is some sort of loss. And when I say that, it could just could be loss of attention on your part. You could have been very excited about something that you made your mind up about, and it looks like you might be changing your mind. You do have the Hermit in reverse, which is, you it could be, it's Virgo energy, obviously. It could be you refusing to overthink this by the end of the month, which is nice energy as well. It also could be you not going introspective enough. We're going to clarify everything, but to recap a little bit, let's look at this. You do have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a change of direction, a turnaround, leading into this Two of Cups energy, which is interesting, and ending up with the Magician. The Magician could, I mean, astrologically, to me, it's always either Gemini or Aquarius. Some people say it's Aries, but no matter what, the Magician has the tools to change things. So you might, with the card of change here and the card of change here, you might very well change your mind. You might start out the month thinking one way about a particular person and change your mind for the better, honestly. You do have a slowing down here with the Knight of Swords in reverse, leading to temperance, balancing, slowing down, and just figuring things out. And you have a change of heart about a situation. Like I said, it could be a job, it could be an offer that you were made, it could be something at work. There is something, a new beginning of some kind, right? Financially or otherwise, that you're rethinking. I'm not saying it's good or bad. Honestly, it could go either way. It's just the way you feel about it. Looks like it may be changing. You do have a loss, either a loss of money because an unexpected bill comes in, or a relinquishing of worrying about it. Because this does lead into the Nine of Swords reverse. The Nine of Swords reverse, like I said, is the release of anxiety. You're no longer anxious about something. Maybe you have stopped, at least temporarily, worrying about your situation. And it does lead into the Hermit in reverse, which is deep introspection many times. So you may have this month, especially in matters of money, you may relinquish overthinking about all this stuff in lieu of something else that may be bubbling here. So let's look at your warnings. We are going to clarify everything, by the way. We do have, in the warnings, you do have the narcissism card. These tarot cards I generally read as, generally speaking, I read them as oracles, and the King of Cups here is labeled a narcissist. You have, between the narcissism card here and the player card, there seems to be someone around you that you should probably not trust, at the very least. You do have judgment in reverse, and this person may be judgmental. Honestly, this person may be a very judgmental person. Could it be a love interest? It absolutely could be a love interest for some of you. For others of you, it just may be somebody within your circle, someone who's judgmental, someone who's narcissistic, and this is the Star in reverse, and the Star in reverse in this deck is despair and loss of hope. This person may spread negativity that you may feel. I did go into this in another reading recently, where, when you're around a narcissist, the word gets thrown around a lot, but you can tell, because by the time you finish speaking with them, you feel negative. You either feel drained of energy, you feel depressed, you feel depleted, you feel, anxious, but you don't feel good. You don't feel replenished. You may even feel despair is sort of a little bit dramatic, but you're feeling negativity. And so you will know who this is simply by your own physical reaction to this person. And there is a warning here about them. So let's see. You do have here, and your blessings are always available to you, Sagittarius. You do have routine. And this is the Two of Coins, and the Two of Coins mean many things in many decks and many readings, but in this deck, it is routine and balance, comfort, routine is, and you have the Temperance card again. And what's interesting is it is in reverse and it is in your blessings. And usually when I see a signifier in reverse in someone's blessings, to me, it means that you may be thinking out of the box for you. There may be a certain way, whatever it is, that you approach things, and it's habitual. It's the way you've always approached it. It's what works for you. You may be a creature of habit. You may find that approaching something differently this month is better for you, and it's going to be different for all of you. You also have the focus card here with the Eight of Wands. So you're going to be focused on something this month here, Sagittarius. And it looks like for many of you, there's more than one thing going on. There is a coming together of two things. There is a player here. There is a manipulator. A narcissist is a manipulator. You will know. I'm telling you, you will know just based on your own feelings here. Let's clarify some of this stuff. Let's show me the beginning of the month for Sagittarius, please. Yeah, whatever it is that's going on that you decide to slow down about, you're very happy with that decision. There is something that's going to happen in the beginning of the month, and it's going to make you change direction here, Sagittarius. And it's going to be something that in the end, you're going to be happy you did that. And show me mid-month for Sagittarius, please. Show me mid-month for Sagittarius, please. You do have, right, you do have Temperance, balancing out. A relationship is here on the table. The coming together of two things. The loss of anxiety. And there may have been a time, and it looks like it was recent, where you were concentrating on your failures a lot. And I think that what happens mid-month is you start to see a bridge. You start to see the bridge and the cups behind you here, Sagittarius. I do think that there is a turnaround some here. Mid-month, you're doing really well. And maybe it's because you are thinking out of the box and approaching things differently from how you normally do that. You are walking away from something. Remember I said you're slowing down, you're letting go of something. With the Page of Coins here in reverse, you change your mind about something and you are walking away. I mean, you are walking away from it. And this is generally, it could be seen as a sad card, but I think in this reading, I think you are celebrating your choice. I do think that you're quite happy with it. Show me these warnings, please. Yeah, there is someone here in your midst, and I think that you realize that this person is not healthy, right? You see how that tree is not healthy? And on this side, see, this side is different, right? On this side, he appears to be caring for a dead tree. But right next to him, there is that egg, right? That is fertile, that is alive, that does need his care, and that will actually turn into something of value. I think you do realize something about someone in your life not being valuable, not being anything except a drain on your resources, whether those resources be money, time, or emotion. There is a narcissist here in your midst, Sagittarius. Show me these blessings. You have the blessing of focus, the blessing of thinking outside the box, and the blessing of balance. And great, you do have here the Page of Coins, just like you did here. In this side, it was reversed, right? In this column, it was reversed. And in this column, it is reversed too, but on this side of the vice versa deck, if you notice behind him, he has a cornucopia, abundance, right? So what's behind you here is abundance. You do make some sort of choice this month. You make some sort of choice, and I think the choice is in your own favor. I think the choice is something that you wouldn't normally choose, if that makes sense. Even on the bottom of this deck here, you do have, look, even here, turning your back on something or someone maybe. Definitely turning your back on something and a new start here. But we'll get to that in a second. You do have here at the bottom of this deck, it says unpredictability. So there is something unpredictable happening in your future here. And you do have at the bottom of this deck, the 9 of coins in reverse. You won't be alone after this, Sagittarius. You're definitely going to have the coming together of two things, because even over here you have coagulation, which is something forming to come together, bind to something, and form something harder. You also have the sun coming in your future. There are a lot of positive things coming in this reading for you, but it does look like you are thinking outside the box, for sure. Give me, there's something, there is something you're either doing or there is a new way you're thinking that is leading you onto a different path. Your self-worth and expectations are here on the table. Maybe you are realigning what you expect from people. Maybe you are trying to figure out if your expectations from people and your self-worth line up. There are some, let's pull another card just to see. Show me the self-worth card. Yeah, family, home, and commitment. You may be really thinking about your future as far as your love, having a family, having a home, whether you actually want to have children or not. This signifies a commitment and a happy home, and your self-worth may have taken a hit from somebody in your life. Your expectations may be askew. I do think you're going to figure this out here. You may be triggered by certain things that are going on in your life. You may feel guilt about something that has gone on in your life from your past. I'm not really sure what that is, but there is some sort of sabotage that goes on sometimes. I think that you do certain things and it's almost like a self-sabotaging energy. And it may be tied to your childhood here. It may be your third eye with your clarity as a divine feminine, and that's whether you're male or female. Your third eye is becoming very crisp and clean. You do have vulnerability. You are guarded. You are guarded for sure. Karma is coming here. Balance is coming for you. I do think that many of you have been through some tough times here. You do have some regrets. I mean, there is something from your past here that haunts you. And it may haunt your dreams as well. You are going to be seeing freedom in your future. And here is your divine masculine. You have counterparts to this whole reading. The coming together of two things, a rebalancing, the Two of Cups, divine feminine, divine masculine. That's true whether you're two men, two women. It doesn't really matter. It's two counterparts coming together, two puzzle pieces coming together, you finding out your cosmic purpose, and here it is. There's your union, the union of the two, the Venus, the love offer. You do have someone here that does wear a mask. I don't know if you're dealing with more than one person love-wise. I don't know whether this is a family member, but there is someone in your midst that is just an unhealthy person to be around. And I think you know that it's true. With your third eye opening here, you're open to receive information. There, and here's the memory card again. You have memories from your past. Just be happy. The things that happen to you, try to be happy about them. Try not to worry. There's a lot of worry energy here on this table. What is it that you're fishing for? Is it a job? Is it a person? There is something you are going to be, you're going to have an epiphany and a rebirth very soon. You may be longing for someone that you cannot be with any longer, somebody from your past. There may be a separation through a breakup, through death, through something. There may be a longing. You may, look, this card came out twice, Sagittarius. This is something that may honestly stand in your way in many ways because you're still attached to that energy. Self-care is really important. You have this divine masculine, so I can't help but think here that there is a divine masculine heavily impacting this reading somehow. Definitely heavily impacting. You have self-love again, limiting fears. You definitely have limiting fears. There is limiting fears here on the table. You are going through a transformation. There's Pluto energy. You may have Aquarius highly aspected in your chart. Pluto is now in Aquarius. You should definitely look that up on the internet. If that's the case, if you have an Aquarius sun, moon, rising, Venus, definitely look this up, even North and South Node. There may be an apology that you are looking for from somebody else. There may be an apology that you might never get. You might never get an apology from this person, so I think you should stop waiting, even though it really does feel that you deserve one. You have harvest here. In the autumn, you're going to reap a harvest for sure. Your harvest may come sooner, but you need to do some work here on yourself and release the past. You have, remember, nostalgia. There are things in your past that are holding you back from your present. I think that there are certain cords that are attaching you to someone from your past. And I'm not saying this person's good or bad, but this person's no longer here. So I think you need to release those cords. You do have the card of Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, which is the Ace of Fire, which is, of course, you. And you have someone in your midst here. This is the narcissist, somebody who's not on the up and up. You will make a decision this month. And we did say, I do think this decision is an out-of-the-box type decision. I probably should have pulled some of these cards. I'll do it anyway, even though I'm kind of making a mess. I'm really getting into this. Your higher self is going to be activated here. And here is this offer again. I do use a double deck, but as you can tell when I was shuffling the cards, I shuffled them really well on camera and I split them into three. So the fact that you got all these double cards, you have some issues here. There is a third party involved in some situation. For some of you, this narcissist is a love interest and there is someone else involved in this. For some of you, there is a past love interest. And if that person is among the living, he or she might be with someone else. There is a third party involved in this somehow. You do have a guarded, you have the guarded card again. And you have this card again. This is crazy. Yeah, there may be something you're waiting for, and it may not be an apology per se, but it may be an explanation. You may be looking for an explanation about something that either hasn't come or won't ever come. You do have lack and doubts, closed off and guarded. Here is this clarity again. You will receive clarity, and here is guarded again. Guarded is another theme. You are being very guarded with yourself here, Sagittarius. And I'm not telling you shouldn't be. I'm just telling you that if you're overly guarded, you're not going to be able to let the good ones in. You may be dealing with some sort of a water sign or someone who has water highly aspected in their chart, sun, moon, rising. You will have experienced some detours, and we did talk about that during the tarot portion. You are going to experience fated detours, and here is the wow. You have all three. You have all three elements. You have three elements out of the four. But anyway, you have fire, you have water, and you have earth. So you may be dealing with an earth sign, perhaps somebody with a water sign with earth highly aspected in their chart, an earth sign with water highly aspected in their chart. This could be one of the narcissists. This could be, I mean, this definitely comes into play. But in the end here, Sagittarius, you have a strength. You have the sun shining down on you. It's empowerment. But man, somebody is very guarded. Show me the beginning of the month here for Sagittarius. Excuse the mess here. It does say good fortune. I think whatever decision you make, remember we talked about some decision, some change of direction is going to be very good for you. At the end of the day, it is a positive thing for you. Show me mid-month for Sagittarius, please. Mid-month for Sagittarius, please. You have two. I'll take them. You do have April. And you do have box. You will receive a gift. Yeah, and you know the mid-month was the Two of Cups. It was that wonder. Mid-month is going to be nice for you, Sagittarius. You have April here. You know, could be that something was kicked off around April. You may have met this person in April. This person may have an April birthday. Um, but there's something about April here on the table that seems to be important somehow in this reading. Either way, I did receive two cards, so this may be for two different groups of you. And, you know, either way, it looks like you're going to receive a gift here. So let's look at the end of the month for Sagittarius, the last. It says romance, celebration, and party. Yeah, romance and celebration, I would say so. There is some sort of romance going on here with this Two of Cups here, Sagittarius. Show me these. Yeah, so now this is in your warnings, and it says unsuccessful plans, not where all that narcissistic energy was. Who was the narcissist in your life? Who was the first person that you thought of when I used that word? Let me know in the comments. Show me these blessings for Sagittarius. You have the wheel, all right? The wheel of fortune. In my opinion, that is the wheel of fortune. This is the wheel that turns, okay? The wheel of fortune is turning. You are changing direction. There is some sort of direction change here on the table. I'm going to pull one more card for you. One more card for Sagittarius. One more card for Sagittarius, please. Sorry about the mess, Sagittarius. You have success, blessings, positivity. And no, all these cards in this deck are not positive. I don't believe in removing cards from a deck for any reason. And just the only card I did remove from a deck, and I did that recently, was this card. Like, this was a physical description deck that I bought, and they labeled this girl and they later, first of all, putting obese is kind of just terrible, but labeling her as obese is ridiculous. So we're going to get rid of this card completely. I don't like it. The rest of the deck is fine. Just so you know. Success, blessings, positivity. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful energy. You are moving into something better. You have a lot of double cards in this reading, which means there is a lot of solid energy, but some of the solid energy, some of it's wonderful, and some of it isn't. Some of it is attachments to the past, attachments to certain things. There is unpredictability coming, and I think the unpredictability is something positive. You do have the coming together of two things. This may be you searching for a new career, a new job, and it's the Two of Cups may signify that. But for many, many, many of you, this is Venus energy, and traditionally we look at Venus like it's love, and it certainly is love, but Venus is also in charge of our money. So for one group of you, this Two of Cups absolutely is the coming together of two people in love. And for others of you, it is coming together of your life. Like your money is going to finally just come together, your career, whatever it is you were fishing for here, Sagittarius. I think you catch the fish. I think you finally catch that fish. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Sagittarius. I will see you next time.